Am I the meanest?
Pun's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pun's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Pun's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pun's drunk.
Who am I?
Pun's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pun's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
What up? Y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shot himself, aka el adobo sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo, mi gente, que lo que. Ladies and gentlemen, another fight week. We got Edgar Berlanga, 168-pound phenom, New York City, Puerto Rican, Hulu Theater, once again going to be live. Edgar Berlanga versus Jason Quigley, Pride of Ireland. Jason Quigley has haven't been in the ring since he got knocked out by Demetrius Andre in the second round out there in New Hampshire. I thought that Jason Quigley was going to retire, but you know what I'm saying? He's a warrior. He's stepping back inside the ring and going to try to make it a fight this time. Smash the like button on your way in. Smash the like button on your way in, man. First and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all out there. God bless. God bless. Smash the like button, baby. If you haven't become a member to Punch Drunk Boxing, you already know, man, where to go, man. It's in the pin. Become a member to Punch Drunk Boxing. Support the channel. Support the grind. Support the movement. Let's go. We working hard out here trying to get these exclusive, trying to get these good content going on. Breaking it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. What's good? What's good? Low Nose Boxing in the building. What's good, man? This is going to be a good topic right here. This is going to be a good topic right here because I think a lot of fighters is proving a lot of people wrong. A lot of fighters are proving a lot of people wrong. And then when we're talking about the title, the myth, are you as good as your last fight? It usually comes into play when people lose. Now, of course, we can see it both ways. When you're a winner, are you as good as your last fight? But it really comes into play when fighters lose. I hear it all the time. We're going to be talking about that just in a few. We're going to be talking about also Regis Prograis and his performance. We're going to be talking about Teofimo Lopez and his performance, and John Saylor and his performance, and David the Dream Haney and Lomachenko and their performance, and everybody else's performance in which we hear, are you as good as your last fight? And we're going to see the contradiction, the hypocrisy. We're going to humble the people today. Also, what I want to talk about today is, you know what I'm saying, I'm having these quote-unquote Twitter debates and stuff like that. And I see a lot of channels out there, a lot of people saying that Canelo Alvarez wanted a catchweight. That Canelo Alvarez wanted a catchweight when his team petitioned to fight Makabu, in which I'm going to debunk right here live. Because, like I said in the video I did yesterday, I am tired of the haters. I am tired of the fanboys. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Punch Drunk Boxing is tired of the haters that wants to, in terms and reference to Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez is the king of boxing, the cash cow of the sport of boxing. And when you're great, you're going to have a lot of people that support you, and you're going to have, unfortunately, a lot of haters. But I'm tired of the haters. I'm tired of the toxic fanboys. And I think that they're at war. And it seems like when it comes to Canelo Alvarez content, I'm going to be real, I'm going to be honest. I'm tired of actually doing, I'm tired of talking about Canelo in this community, because I feel like, how to say it, like it seems like damaged goods content, because I just feel like nobody is really, for the most part, nobody's really talking about boxing, not breaking it down boxing when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, either a narrative or people want to debunk a narrative. And I think it's just overwhelming. And I want to land in the middle. I want to hold the haters accountable. I want to hold the toxic fanboys accountable, and see maybe if I could just, you know what I'm saying, make sense to this. Make sense to this. Hold on. Let me put this up. Y'all already know, if y'all want to subscribe to the channel. Want to smash the like button to help the visibility of the live. If you want to donate to the channel, y'all already know where to go. Right there, Cash App, Punch Drunk Boxing. Respect the movement. So, let's start this off. Congratulations to Regis Prograis for retaining his title. It's order BX and NYC says all about respect. The next man's opinion, I don't agree with your Canelo take, but I respect it. So we're going to see. We're going to see. You know what I'm saying? The great thing about the sport of boxing and the fans, especially the hardcore boxing fans, the logical ones, the one that break things down objectively, we could agree or disagree. Some people have a more valid opinion than others in the sport of boxing, right? But at least I break mine down. I break my opinions down. BX NYC, let me know what you disagree to see if you can enlighten me and you could school me or you can educate me, because I think, you know what, in this community, you know what I think, a lot of people got egos. A lot of people got egos. I mean, I'm willing to educate and be educated. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I don't got no ego. I don't got no ego. I'm up the age that I love to learn from others. If you genuinely want to school me or educate me on something, I like to be informed. And I think in this community, I think a lot of people feel like when you informing them, they take it, they take it to heart. They take it like you're trying to belittle them, downplay them, insult them. No, I'm just informing you about something that you might not know, and I'm just giving you the facts. You know? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. In terms of the Canelo Alvarez and the catchweight of Makabu, and people want to create narratives around the Badou Jack and Canelo Alvarez and things of that nature, and why Badou Jack actually just asked for the fight in the first place, wanted the fight in the first place, is because Canelo Alvarez petitioned for a fight. Canelo Alvarez team, Eddie Reynoso, petitioned for a fight, and Badou Jack, fast forward to this year, saying, oh, yo, but if you wanted to come to the cruiserweight division, man, I'm here. You wanted to fight Makabu, I'm here for the taking as well. I'm here to you know what I'm saying? So we could get this thing done to finalize a deal or something like that. Since you wanted to become a 5-division world champion before, how about you get a crack at it right now? And we're going to be talking about that. Look at the people in the thumbnail right now. Let's go to the 140-pound division. We got Teofimo Lopez, who a lot of people written off. A lot of people written off Teofimo Lopez. Oh, yeah, I'm still in the I told you so parade. I still got my foot on your necks. The ones that didn't believe in Canelo Alvarez, because I came each and every time when I went live and I talk about Teofimo Lopez, I told y'all stop being a slave to the moment. Stop believing in the myth that you are as good as your last fight. If you're going to break down the fight, break it down with skill set, break it down with intangibles, break it down on the bag, break it down technique. I told y'all don't be a slave to the moment, but no. Punch Drunk, you a fanboy. Punch Drunk, you a fanboy. You don't know nothing. Your boy's gonna get it. Your boy's gonna lose. Your boy ain't nothing. Your boy haven't been the same since Cambosa. Your boy is mentally ill. Your boy got issues outside the ring. He ain't gonna do it. He's gonna end. As a matter of fact, I did a video and stuff like that where y'all thought that Teofimo Lopez was gonna end like Oliver McCall when he faces Lennox Lewis. Y'all remember? And E-Boxing in the building. What's good? What's good? I'm Canelo fan, but those stipulations on Badou are dog water. What's good? And E-Boxing. BX NYC said, I just feel Canelo picks and chooses, doesn't take enough risks. Bivol was a risk and I gave him respect. He does pull money for the sport. Got to give him that. Canelo Alvarez has done a lot in the sport of boxing, but I'm gonna go to that second. Let's finish. Let's go to the 140 and let's go to other fighters that a lot of people written off. So Teofimo Lopez proved a lot of people wrong. A lot of people wrong. And now a lot of Teofimo Lopez, quote unquote, wannabe fans, want to go back into the bandwagon. Matter of fact, it went from Teofimo Lopez not being the same, Teofimo Lopez never becoming a champion 140. He can't beat Regis Prograis. He's ducking Barbosa. He's ducking Regis Prograis. He's ducking Josh Saylor. He's ducking everybody in 140. So now Teofimo Lopez is the top dog. Maybe it's not the fighter that's actually have mental illness, or maybe it's the fans. Maybe it's the fans that's going cuckoo instead of the boxers themselves that get punched in the head for a living. Because y'all lost respect. Y'all lost faith in Teofimo Lopez. He proved y'all wrong. Oh, see, yo, Punch, but did you hear what your boy said after the fight? Do I still got it? He's not there. I told y'all. Look, it's funny that when people come over here to Punch Drunk Boxing, they be like, yo, what's good with your boy? And then I tell you what's good with my boy. And I tell you, man, he's going to beat the skirt wearing mother effer from Scotland. Huh? And then y'all be like, no, he did it. So why y'all asking me how's my boy if y'all don't even believe in my words? Elvis in the building con los 2 pesos de super chari pari que con los 2 pesos de plata. No, you're the realest in the YTBC. Tio is the GOAT, the young GOAT in boxing. Gracias de lo mío, mi hermano. I appreciate that, man. I just here to break it down on boxing logically and objectively. I know some people don't like my delivery. I know some people don't like it when I mix the English and the Spanish. Para que yo le dé peco sasi mimito a esos hediondos, mal paridos, pelagatos. They don't like it, my friend Elvis. But they know if they ever try to test Punch Drunk Boxing, aka El Adobo, El Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo, I got the thickest smoke in the YTBC. It ain't easy. Ain't no cherry pick over here if y'all want to debate something. If y'all want to debate something that I know, ain't no cherry pick here. Nah. Not over here. Now, if I don't know nothing, I learn from others. I'll go to the channel that I learn from the other channel. I learn from that host. I learn from the Twitter. I'm going back and forth with Rick Glazier right now on Twitter. And he's trying to tell me, yo, Punch. He called me a scum. He said, no, he called me a schmuck. He said, yeah, I don't know nothing. I told him, just provide me. Look what Rick Glazier said. Rick Glazier said, I told him, I said, Canelo Alvarez never got ordered by the WBO to fight John Ryder. Yes, John Ryder was a mandatory position, but he was not ordered to fight by the WBO. He said, yes, he's ordered. And I remember, I tell you every time the WBO does a hell of a job in publicly announcing every order that they have. They publicly announce it in their website, and the attorney of WBO publicizes on his Twitter feed. Rick Glazier gonna tell me the same shit I tell y'all, but he tried to use it on me, and then he shot himself on the foot. He said, "Oh, the WBO president, he the one that always posted if it's mandatory." I said, "All right, since you're saying that they posted, show me the post. I'm gonna get my Uber Eats and I'm gonna finish my lunch, and then when I come back into Twitter, I hope you post what the WBO posts in terms of ordering the Canelo Alvarez versus John Ryder." This motherfucker couldn't say that. He couldn't show me. You know what he said? Well, they didn't post it because they didn't have to post it. No. You told me that they posted. Now I want you to show me where they posted. Rick Glazier. See, this is the problem. And then you already know that Rick Glazier got a lot of fans and Twitter and stuff like that. Got little puppets and stuff like that. But I told you I'm the thickest smoke. Motherfucker can't fuck with me. I'm the thickest smoke in the YTBC, bro. When I know something, I know something. I'm like the FBI. When they catch y'all, it's because they have something. When I'm in a debate, it's because I know something cold-heartedly. Don't F with Mr. Moonshine. What's good, Jay? What's good? Jerusalem Jim? What's good? So now, are you as good as your last fight? Hey, yo, Kevin Effect in the building. Kevin Effect, one of the members of Punch Drunk Boxing, says sometimes Rick needs to realize you can't, or you fact. Needs to realize you can't, or you fact. What that means? Very entertainment, informative. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. That's all I could be. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of the cesspool. You know, for real. I'm tired of the narrative cesspool in this community, for real. He said Rick couldn't argue facts, Kevin Effect. Rick couldn't argue fact. He tucked his tail in and ran. Come on, y'all. You understand the politics of the sport of boxing. The thing is, this is what happened to some people. And Rick knows a lot. You know what I'm saying? Rick is an insider. He knows. But he thinks he's the only insider. He thinks he's the only one that knows something. And nobody knows nothing. That's his niche on Twitter, is that he got an insight that nobody else. So if he says something, most of the stuff that you say, if you're an insider, you can't fact check them. But what he don't know is that I know people too. And because I'm a little YouTuber, you know what I'm saying, and everybody think I'm drunk, I probably don't get the benefit of the doubt. Or I get a lot of haters in the building. Mastermind in the building. What's good? DJ Play in the building. What's good, man? Are you as good as your last fight? Rapstar Boxing Now is the voice of the UK, London, bruv. Shout out to my brother, Rapstar Boxing Now. Yo, Mr. Moonshine Rick said he coming to smoke later. Let's go. Oh, man, I got the thickest smoke. He don't want this smoke. Hey, yo, remember Rapstar, when I said I'm 911. I'm 911. And remember, he ran off. I don't think he want to get in this conversation with me because he's going to run off. He's going to run off again. So I don't want to do that to you, Rapstar. I don't want to do that to your channel. I don't want to do that to your host. You know, he's going to run for life. He's going to be running like Forrest Gump. I'm going to say it like that. He's going to be like, Jenny, why you running from Punch From Boxing? I don't know. I just kept on running. Nah. He don't want this work. High, low, dímelo. If it's Moonshine, the narrative slayer, shing, fatality. Gracias de lo mío con los 2 pesos de plátano. Are you as good as your last fight? How many times did the fans feel crummy? How many times did the fans feel stupid? How many times did the fans feel uneducated? How many times did the fans got humbled by the fighter that they written off? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the heavyweight division and let's work our way back down. How about that? Let's go to the heavyweight division. Let's go work our way back down. Alexander Usyk, the cruiserweight undisputed, went up to the heavyweight division and had 2 fights. One in Chicago, and then he had one with Derek Chisora. After his performance, the Derek Chisora was kind of, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, nah, he ain't ready for the elites in the heavyweight division. Nah. He ain't ready for Anthony Joshua. Nah. He ain't ready for Tyson Fury. Nah. He ain't ready for Deontay Wilder. The performance that Alexander Usyk had versus Derek Chisora, that was a hard fight. People written Alexander off. They say, nah, he's too small for the heavyweight division. Nah, he's too small. He ain't going to do it with the elites. He ain't going to do his thing with the elites. Right? Let me get this super chat. César, con los 2 pesos de plata. No, gracias for the super chat. Chari Parique. One of the members of Punch Drunk Boxing. Y'all already know César. God bless y'all. Enjoy my brother César as well. Gracias de lo mío. High, low, dímelo. If it's Moonshine, it got to be great, better than Foster Flakes. What's good? Tiger. What's good? High, low. Good looking now, mi hermano. Con los 2 pesos de plátano maduro. Y'all remember Alexander Usyk beat Anthony Joshua? But before that, they was trying to say that he was a small heavyweight, that he ain't going to be none of the elites because of his performance versus Derek Chisora. He humbled the people. Now, he didn't beat Anthony Joshua once. He beat him twice. No, you're not as good. No, the myth is you're not as good as your last fight. No, you could be greater. Now, Alexander Usyk is handling 3 titles in the heavyweight division. Got more titles than Tyson Fury. Was he as good as his last fight prior to Anthony Joshua? And then the thing that I don't like is that we always be like, styles make fights. So when a fighter like, for example, Teofimo Lopez, when he faces Sando Martin, and they be like, oh, man, that Sando Martin performance, he ain't going to do good versus Regis. He ain't going to do good versus Josh Taylor. And I was telling y'all, man, but Sando Martin, but Josh Taylor don't fight like Sando Martin. Regis Prograis don't fight like Sando Martin. They don't run for life. They don't tag in your it. That's not Josh Taylor's style. Josh Taylor's style is going to come forward. That's his style. He want to counter. He want to bully you. He want to go on the inside pause. And Teofimo Lopez is going to capitalize it because he's a good counter puncher, good with the back foot, good athleticism, an accurate counter puncher and stuff like that. No punch. No. The way that Teofimo Lopez before versus Sando Martin, no. He got no chance versus Josh Taylor. But Sando Martin don't fight like Josh Taylor. So how y'all going to predict and how you going to break down a fight with Sando Martin when he's totally a different fighter, but then y'all don't even go with the sentiment of styles make fights? No, it's mine. His mind is not right. His mind is not right. Damn, he proved you wrong. Damn, he humbled you. You was thinking about his baby mama, and instead of thinking about the fight, you was thinking about that he wanted to kill John Saylor instead of thinking about the fight. You was thinking about the black fighter comment instead of thinking about the fight and the tools and the bag. He got you all fucked up. You was thinking about and analyzing the fight each way instead of thinking about the bag, the technique, the tools, the sharp tools. You forgot that he got one of the heaviest bag in the game. You forgot the Teofimo Lopez that beat Lomachenko. And if you remember the guy that beat Lomachenko, the intellect, the physical ability, and the intellect that's coexisting at the highest level, you will understand that ain't nobody really going to be a Teofimo Lopez in his A game in 140, 135. But anyway, let's move back up and let's move back down. Let's move up and let's move back down. You was good as your last fight. Tyson Fury, before fighting Deontay Wilder, was as good as his last fight. He outboxed Deontay Wilder. Otto Wallin was doing a number on Tyson Fury as well. He ain't look spectacular. He ain't look incredible. Oh, that was the right? And then what he did to Deontay Wilder in that second fight, damn, he beat him to pillar to mother effing post. You're not as good as your last fight, huh? Regis, let's talk about in 140. Let's go straight to 140 as well, because 140, you know what I'm saying? 140. You got Matias. A lot of people talking about Matias. Matias lost. Matias lost to the same guy that he beat. He got his get back. You was good as your last fight. No, Matias started knocking out everybody else after that. If we believe in the myth that you was good as your last fight, then we wouldn't know that Manny Pacquiao was an 8th division world champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time world champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao, if you believe in the myth. You are not as good as your last fight. We can't break boxing down like that. We don't know if Josh Taylor's going to come after this beating and go to the 147 and beat the likes of Conor Benn. You don't know that. Why you writing him off? Why you writing him off? Yeah, Regis Prograis didn't look spectacular his last fight, but don't you think that Regis Prograis in his next fight is going to look the same way that he looked this past Saturday? Nah, Regis Prograis ain't that good. Nah. Regis Prograis is going to get beaten by Devin Haney. When you were saying that Regis Prograis is going to beat Devin Haney because Devin Haney doesn't got the power, but now you've seen that. Oh, if Devin Haney does this, then Regis Prograis is going to have a chance. Stop it. Stop being a slave to the moment. Stop being a slave to the moment. You probably gonna catch one of the greatest Regis Prograis in his next fight. And I'm just talking about the myth because this is what people bring when people lose instead of bringing it up when people win. You could use it as well when people wins, but I'm talking about it. I'm talking about this myth because it's used only when people lose or people look. Brian Castano versus Jermell Charlo. There was a lot of people out there that picked Brian Castano to beat Jermell Charlo in the rematch. Huh? Oh, nah, Brian Castano gonna get this one. Brian Castano gonna get this one. No, Jermell Charlo stopped Brian Castano. You are not as good as your last fight. That's a myth. That is a myth. Hold on. Let me turn something down. He said, Low Nose Boxer said Sandor Martin versus Josue Vargas in talks. What kind of talk? What kind of talk? What kind of talk? You mean Sandor Martin versus Josue Vargas in moaning, not in talks and moaning. I want to hear that bullshit. Stop it, Low Nose Boxer. Stop playing with the people, man. Motherfucker, man. Josue Vargas want to play peekaboo. Jose Marcus want to play hot piece of butter. Jose Marcus want to play tag your rib with the booty. Man, stop playing like that, man. We don't want to see that fight. We ain't into the Sando Martin versus Jose Vargas, man. I know that WBC got the little tranny thing going on, but we don't want to watch that, man. We don't want to watch that. All Josue Vargas want to be in the clinch right now. That's all he want to do. He wouldn't clinch Sando Martin. He making sure that motherfucker ain't gonna run. Crazy. I want to hear about that guy. But anyway, you're not as good as your last. You're more than just good as your last fight. Every fight, it's its own fight. Every round, it's its own round. If we were thinking about like that, then you know what? Sugar Ray Leonard would have never beat Roberto Duran in the rematch. You're as good as your last fight. We need to get away from these myths in the sport of boxing. And did you hear that Roy Jones Jr. said that Teofimo Lopez is 2-time undisputed? Did you hear that Antonio Tarver said that Teofimo Lopez is 2-time undisputed? I told y'all. Y'all can debate all y'all want. I told you Teofimo Lopez 2-time undisputed. We see past the politics. We recognize the truth. Derrick James as well. Don't get mad. He's the lineal. Well, back in the days, the lineal was the only belt in the fucking world. So if you beat the best, you be the best. You're the undisputed champ. Teofimo Lopez is 2-time undisputed. I don't give a damn. Over here, we recognize the truth because we identify the politics and the corruption in the sport of boxing. So if we identify that, we recognize the truth. Teofimo Lopez, 2-time. Do y'all believe in the myth? Do y'all? Do y'all believe in the myth? You were as good as your last fight. A lot of people have written on Ito Donerov after the Inoue fight that he came right back and beat Obali with an undefeated champion and beat him with a body shot. Or knocked him out. Became champion again. You as good as your last fight, huh? Nah, man. Don't be a slave to the moment, y'all. Do not be a slave to the moment. Don't be a slave to the moment. And the good thing about the 140-pound division and the people that got the belts, they all have taken an L. T.O. took an L. Regis took an L. Matias have taken an L. And Rolly has taken an L. So these guys ain't even protecting the O. Josh Taylor has taken an L. Jose Ramirez has taken an L. Cepeda has L's. So these guys are not going in there to try to save an O. And this is why I like the 140-pound division, because most of these guys fight like they got nothing to lose. Their approach is like they got nothing to lose. They out there taking risks. They throw punches. They trying to fight. They trying to fight you, not only box you. They trying to hurt you, not only, ring around the rosy and stuff like that with you. 2-time lineal champ is even better. It is. To beat the man, you got to beat the man. Ric Flair. Woo! But in the 140-pound division, ain't nobody beating Teofimo Lopez with that skills and talent. I think he got the most skills and talent. He got the speed and power. He got the athleticism. He's got the youth. I told you that Teofimo Lopez was a special fighter. I see a lot of good fighters, good fighters, potential great fighters, but I think that Teofimo Lopez is one of the few that's special fighters. When I'm talking about special is when God give you an ability that, you can't even teach. The speed and power, the intellect that Teofimo Lopez, when it's working when it's coexisting at the highest level, ain't nobody beating that dude. They're gonna give him a challenge as well. And the most dangerous thing about it, he's not even in his prime. The good thing about a guy like Shakur Stevenson, he's not even in his prime. The most dangerous thing, like Bam Rodriguez, he's not even on his prime. And even David the Dream Haney, he's not even in his prime. But he's not known for the power, so he ain't scaring nobody. He can outpoint you. He can't beat you. You understand what I'm trying to say? Devin Haney can outpoint you, but he can't beat you. Devin Haney can outpoint you, but he can't demoralize you. Teofimo Lopez demoralized Josh Taylor. That's the difference between a Teofimo Lopez. That's the difference between a Shakur Stevenson. That's the difference between a Gervonta Tank Davis. That's the difference between a Bam Rodriguez, that these guys have the quality to demoralize you. Now, point you out, not making you feel like you got 3, 5, 6 more fights to your career. The performance that Teofimo Lopez have, if he would have fought veterans like Jorge Linares, what's his other name, the Cuban, Gamboa, they would have retired. A guy like Devin Haney who outboxes them but don't hurt them, he gives them hope. Just as the difference in style. Not trying to downplay anybody, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Shout out to Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. A lot of people felt, look, there was a lot of people that felt like Lomachenko was going to beat Devin the Dream Haney, right? Leading up to the fight. But then they saw how Lomachenko perform versus Jermaine Ortiz. And then Devin Haney actually became the favorite to beat Lomachenko. Not necessarily what Devin Haney did, but how Lomachenko actually looked versus Jermaine Ortiz. But Jermaine Ortiz is a different fighter than Devin Haney. So people looked at Lomachenko performance and they'd be like, you know what? Damn, I don't think he's going to beat the Devin Haney that beat George Camboso. Was the myth true? Did a lot of people have Lomachenko beating Devin Haney? He said, Victor Garcia said Teal stayed dunking Haney. That's the most idiotic stuff, crackish shit I've heard. That's one of the most top. That's my Victor Garcia. That's like top 3 crackish narratives in the sport of boxing that I've heard. That's like top 3 in my list as the most crackish narratives. Top 3 in my top 3. One of the most crackish narrative. He ducking. The fuck he's gonna be ducking at a pillow puncher? That's like me ducking bubbles. That's like when I play with my kids and my kids is playing with the bubble and go, and I'm ducking. Hey, no, deja muchacho, deja con el bobo. Come on, man. That's like Teofimo Lopez ducking bubbles. Stop playing around, man. Stop being a troll. There's a lot of channels out there you can be a troll to, bro. Over here, we break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. I want my chat to sound smart. Disagree, agree, but sound smart. Sound smart. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of channels that they be trolling and stuff like that. You could go out there and troll you want, but over here, man, you got to be a smart boxing fan. And this is what I'm developing even in my channel and even in my chat. You got to be a smart motherfucker. You got to be smart when it comes to boxing. High, low, dímelo, Teofimo Lopez, the next frontier of boxeo. Dice high, low con los 2 pesos de super chari pari que. Díselo. Teofimo Lopez is dunking Devin Haney. ¿Qué Devin Haney tiene to duck? ¿Ah? ¿Qué miedo tiene ese tigre, Víctor García? ¿Ah? ¿Qué miedo tiene ese tigre? ¿Ah? Es un mano de piedra, Victor García. ¿Ah? He's the guy that you go boo and you be like, oh my God. Mira, señor, mira, la agüita me duele más del puño de Devin Haney. Ladies, Victor Ortiz, I'm telling you like this. You remember, and I said this once before. You remember back in the days when people used to be like, hey, yo, would you get $1 million to let Mike Tyson punch you in the face? Would you do it for $1 million? And even for $1 million, back in the days when we was young, we was like, damn, nah, I don't know, man. Would you get $1 million and let Mike Tyson punch you in the face with all might? You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, damn, man, I'm probably not going to live. Man, they told me that shit. Would you get, man, I tell Devin Haney to punch me to fill up my gas and to wash my car. Forget about the $1 million. Devin Haney, every week you could punch me the hardest you can and I could just fill up my gas and get a car wash. Forget about the $1 million. I do that every week. As a matter of fact, do some punch me again. I gotta do some groceries. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody ducking that, dude. Ain't nobody ducking that. People duck somebody that's gonna demoralize you, somebody gonna hurt you, that's somebody gonna take miles off you, somebody gonna give you a wear and tear. At that thing that Teofimo Lopez is ducking. You ain't see what he did to Josh Taylor, maldito cuero. Victor Ortiz. Maldito mal parido. You didn't see what he did to Josh Taylor, the 140-pound undisputed champion of the world. ¿Y tú crees que le tiene miedo a ese pelagato que no tiene mano? Mano de candy cane tiene ese tigre. Chara, get the fuck out of here, man. Elvis con los 5 pesos. Tio took Taylor's soul. The scary part is that Tio's not even in his prime. Facts. He's not even in his prime. Este tigre es sucio. He estúpido. When Teofimo Lopez had the strap and they had a meeting, what happened to the meeting? Why he didn't show up to the meeting? And as soon as Teofimo Lopez didn't have the strap and George Campos, oh my God, they went to the meeting. Not only go to the meeting, they said, man, we'll take anything. Fuck it, we take a pay cut. We go out there. I go out there without my daddy, whatever. ¿Por qué no le hizo así con Teofimo Lopez when he had the strap? Why ain't go to the meeting? Why ain't go to top rank? ¿Ah? Maldito sucio viejo. ¿Ah? Sácate ese bicho de la naga de ustedes, Devin Haney. It must be crazy, man. Este tigre está en crack de 1986. ¿Ah? No te vayas de aquí, Víctor García, que te estoy matando ahora mismo. ¿Quién eres tú? Pookie from New Jack City. Deja de estar fumando ese crack, oíste. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I might have a little intervention with Victor García over here. Porque ese tigre está en crack. I'm sorry, what you be doing out there? ¿A qué tú estás fumando ahora mismo? ¿Ah? Maldito Pookie. Tio fights Haney. Tio definitely drops Haney. Tio fights him, man. Tio gonna whoop. He's gonna demobilize them in the Dream Haney. Man, gonna make him look. He probably retired them in the Dream Haney. Go back, get out of here. You better go back to the 135 pounds. If you ain't bringing up that power, you ain't doing nothing at 140. If you ain't got no power, especially with these guys are men. These ain't little ass boys. Ain't no little ass boys like 135 pounds. No. These are grown ass men. Jose Ramirez, Jose Cepeda, even though he might be Regis Prograis, Teofimo. Don't let Javante Davis move up to the 140. Matter of fact, Devin the Dream Haney got the whole undisputed in the lightweight division, and still people are trying to figure out who's the top dog. Is it Javante Davis or Devin the Dream Haney? Is it Shakur Stevenson? I got Shakur Stevenson beating Devin the Dream Haney. I got Javante Davis beating Devin the Dream Haney. He better gain some power or something. He better eat his vitamins. Shout out to Devin the Dream Haney, man. Shout out. Este tigre es loco, my friend. No vengas con esa suciedad, mi hermano. Mal parido. ¿A dónde que se fue Víctor García? ¿A dónde que se fue ese tigre? ¿Te fuiste de aquí? Oh, de foca. I told y'all, man, don't mess with that guy, man. Regis is clown saying he'll beat Tio after his performance, Hafi. But don't be But don't worry, but don't be, again, this is about don't be a slave to the moment. Regis Prograis is better than that. I said in my live prior to that, I said that Regis Prograis was going to struggle. I said that. And not because of his skills and talent. It's because Regis Prograis at the age of 34, going to go back home, never fought probably in New Orleans in front of his people and stuff like that, his friends and family. In boxing, fighting at home is more pressure than fighting away. That's why I don't like the myth when people be like, oh my God, Errol Spence went away to Sheffield. Look how Kell Brook performed in Sheffield. Look what happened, how he performed when he was at home. You know what I'm saying? It's different from the Sean Porter performance than the Errol Spence performance. What's good, Albert? One of the members of Punch at the Ronky. What's good, Punch? Aquí cooking, my friend. Even Deontay Wilder in Alabama, he struggled a little bit. Teofimo Lopez in New York and Brooklyn and Hulu Theater versus George Cambosa, he struggled a little bit, even though that he got his big win versus Richard Comey. But when he was in the main event, he struggled the first time. Canelo Alvarez went back to Mexico. Do you think that was a special performance by Canelo Alvarez versus John Ryder, El Pelagato? I'm not going to say he struggled, but that wasn't a special performance. Going back home. There's a lot of pressure going back home, bro. It's a lot of pressure. Think about it. Jamel Charlo versus Brian Castano. That was in Texas, in San Antonio. Yeah, he's from Houston, but most of the people went out there. He's close by home. He's close to home. He struggled versus Brian Castano. J. Rock Williams got knocked out by Jason Rosario in Philly in his homecoming fight. He struggled when he went back home. You understand? It's kind of harder when you fight at home. What's good, Drizzy? But don't think that Regis Progress that we seen this past Saturday is going to stay as that Regis Progress. Don't believe in the myth. You're not as good. The myth of you're as good as your last fight. No, Regis Progress is better than that. It had nothing to do with really skill set. It had to do probably a lot of distraction when you're fighting at home, a lot of responsibility, a lot of people asking you for shit. Your kids at home. You don't got the edge because you're at home. Look what happened to Josh Taylor when he went to Scotland and fought at home. His homecoming fight versus Catterall. It's tough when you go back home. It's tough. It's tough. Danny Medina! One of the members of the Debunking! Dímelo, Danny Medina. Hey, yo, smash the like. But how many likes we got right now? 42. We got what? 62 people looking on. Y esto 42. ¿Qué está pasando aquí con ustedes? Smash the like button, ¿ok? ¿Qué está pasando con ustedes? Smash the like button. What happened? Gracie. Look at George Camboso when he went back to Australia. He got his ass whooped, right? You see? Look what's happened to Devin Haney when he came back to his hometown in Las Vegas. What happened to him? You see? It's tough when you're fighting at home. It's tough when you're fighting at home. So no, I don't believe that you're just. I don't believe in the myth that you're as good as your last fight. Dímelo, Jackie Hernandez in the building. The Tio Hollis is in the building. What's good? Yeah, Los Knows Boxing. It's tough fighting at home, so I don't think that how Regis Prograis performed, it had really, for me, it didn't have to do with his technique. I think that Regis Prograis is a better fighter than what he showed. He has better feints. He throws more punches than that. He's a better fighter than that, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that he was a better fighter that Teofimo Lopez loses to Regis Prograis. I always had Teofimo Lopez beat Regis Prograis. But I also said that it was going to be a hard fight for Teofimo Lopez. I believe a lot of these fights is going to be hard. The Matias fights is going to be hard, but for real, Matias is a stationary fighter. I think a fighter with movement is going to give him problems. A fighter with movement is going to give him problems. I think he does very, very well versus Regis Prograis. He does very, very well versus Jose Ramirez. He does very, very well versus Josh Taylor. But against maybe a Haney, maybe Gary Antoine Russell that throws more punches, that's going to be a war too if Gary Antoine Russell uses his legs more. But I think he's going to have problems even with a Devin Haney a little bit. But I think that Matias is not going to respect his power after 7 rounds, and then I think that a guy like Devin Haney going to be in survival mode for the second half of the fight if they ever fight. That's just my opinion. In 140, you got to have power. I don't see nobody with unlegitimate power going to be successful in 140. Even Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero don't got all the skills and talent, but he's gonna hold his own just because he got some power. Man on Fire said Regis is still good. He just had a bad performance. Yeah, that's all. It's hard in the sport of boxing. It's not like basketball when Steph Curry can have an off day. Yeah, everybody knows that he got a good 3-point shot, but we seen Steph Curry have a bad game, and then the next game he'll he'll have 40 points. I seen Steph Curry be like 3 for 14 from 3, but that doesn't mean that he can't shoot a 3, because in his next game he'll make 10 out of 16. You feel me? So that's the way I also see boxing. Just because I see Regis Prograis or even Josh Taylor or even Teofimo Lopez versus Sando Martin, which I think that Teofimo Lopez beat Sando Martin convincingly. I don't know what the hell people was trying to come up with. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Now you ain't even thinking about Sando Martin no more. Y'all barely thinking about George Cambosa right now, right? Man, Teofimo Lopez played y'all like a fool. Let's keep it honest. We need consistency in the sport of boxing for them to call themselves big dogs. No. We got to understand a fight is a fight, Sanchez. Not every fight. I'm not looking for perfection from any fighter. I don't even come from that era. I don't even come from that era of a perfect fighter. of a fighter that doesn't get chin checked, or a fighter that doesn't overcome. You know what I'm saying? Adversity. I come from that era. I come from an era when you get knocked down and you get right back up. It's not a big thing. I don't come from the era that when you get back down or you get wobbled, yo, he exposed, man. Yo, he's exposed. He don't got a chin. Nah, if Devonta Tank Davis will hit him, then he will get knocked out. I don't come from that mindset. Tito Trinidad was getting put on the floor. He get right back up. His father will smack him up, and then he'll knock out some dude with a left hook. I come from that era. I don't come from the bougie era of if you get nipped, then the whole fans say, "Oh, he don't got a chin." Brian Guzman said Regis versus Catterall, the zone matchroom fight. That's good. That's good. It was shout out to Brian Guzman. Brian Guzman in the building. What's good, bro? Shout out to Brian Guzman. Shout out to Richie. What's good? Everybody go through adversity. Let's not forget that even Floyd. Look, think about this. Floyd Mayweather's skill set compared to Maidana's skill set. Maidana shouldn't even be on Floyd Mayweather's level. But guess what? They needed a rematch. So you don't know. Some people may be having bad nights. Some put it this way, not even bad nights. People don't have special nights, right? Canelo versus Triple G, the trilogy, or Canelo Alvarez versus John Ryder. He didn't have a special night. To have a special night after night after night is hard. Not even Floyd Mayweather has special nights after special nights after special nights. Not Manny Pacquiao, not Muhammad Ali, not Mike Tyson. We're not bougie fans out here. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing about it, though, that in 140-pound division, these guys got vulnerability that makes it exciting. The vulnerability is the thing that tells us that we don't know what's going to happen. And when we see a good fight in which we don't know what's going to happen, like Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez, right? For the most part, it's a good thing for us. It's a good thing for boxing. It's a good thing for sports. Why you think we watch the NCAA tournament? Why you think the rating is all the way up in the tournament? You don't know who's going to win. You don't know if it's an upset, a small D1 school, or nothing like, or something like that. That's the beauty of it. The NFL, sometimes we don't know who's really going to win. We don't really know who's going to win the Super Bowl. We see some vulnerability on their offense. We see some hole on their defense or hole on their offense and things of that nature. That's what makes it exciting. That's what made this fight, Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor, an exciting fight, because you really didn't know what to expect from Teofimo Lopez. You know? Who thought that Manny Pacquiao was going to beat Keith Thurman the way that he did? Let's not forget, even Earl True Spence versus Sean Porter. Earl Spence won a split decision versus Sean Porter with a knockdown. If it wasn't for the knockdown, we'd be talking about Sean Porter as being probably the best welterweight of this generation. Think about that. He won a split decision win versus Sean Porter. It wasn't unanimous. It was a majority. He won a split decision win with a knockdown. Kudos to Earl True Spence on the championship rounds. He got that knockdown. Right now, we will be crowning a guy like Bud Crawford undisputed by being Porter if Porter would have gotten the nod. Fantasy Fight Prime. What's good, Almighty? Don't like nobody. What's good with the super chat? Good looking out with the super chat. Said Fantasy Fight Prime. Chavez versus Tank at 135. What's the outcome? Julio Cesar Chavez? Julio Cesar Chavez will be eating the punches of Tank. I think that Tank don't throw enough punches to overwhelm Julio Cesar Chavez. I think that I don't think that he's a defensive whiz like a Pernell Whitaker. I think Julio Cesar Chavez, if I have to pick, I got Julio Cesar Chavez. I don't know. I got Julio Cesar Chavez on that one still. I have not seen Tank Davis with a pound for pound caliber fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. You know what I'm saying? If Frankie Randall could be a Julio Cesar Chavez, then I could see it. You know what I'm saying? I used to like Frankie Randall, the surgeon. One who used to be one of my favorite fighters growing up. But I could see Gervonta Tank Davis being successful versus Julio Cesar Chavez, but it's hard for me to say. I'm looking at Julio Cesar Chavez that fought elite fighters, and then I'm looking at Tank Davis. I can't compare the eye test to the it factor like that. I can't compare a legend that fought it all, and I know he went through the trenches to fight pound for pound caliber fighter. Then I'm gonna come out of nowhere and say that Tank beats Julio Cesar Chavez. Julio Cesar, what? Time out, Lord. Come on, Lord knows boxing. Lord knows boxing said Tank beats Chavez. Tank went life and death with Pitbull Cruz. So Pitbull Cruz has a chance to beat Julio Cesar Chavez. Lord knows boxing. Let me get a drink. Porque no puedo sober con ustedes. No puedo sober. Por eso que yo bebo aquí, es porque no puedo con ustedes. Que no puedo, tengo que beber. ¿Ah? Di que Tanky Davis le gana a Julio Cesar Chavez. I think no. A matter of fact, let me just say that. Let me say it like this. Damn, it seems like Gervonta Tank Davis has passed an eye test. It's like Lord knows boxing, man. You know better than that, bro. Tank don't have to do nothing. Don't have to do nothing great and say that he could be a guy that's arguably top 3 fighters all time. Dame beber otra vez porque no puedo con it. I don't understand, my friend. Let me get another drink porque I can't do it sober here. Que no lo puedo hacer sober. I can't do this life sober con eso ya. Tank beat Julio Cesar Chavez. Diablo, mira qué nota. Una tumba nota me dio ese tigre. Jackie Hernandez said, even I know that's cap. Ese tigre me dio una tumba nota. ¿Ah? Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. He said Tank Davis fight nobodies and gave them names and the sport of boxing. Fantasy fight. Almighty don't like nobody with a $5 super chat. Say, yo, fantasy fight, Prime De La Hoya versus Crawford. Who wins? Woo! Whoo, that's a tough one. What? Welterweight? Welterweight. Prime. I still got Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya was too good. Prime Oscar De La Hoya was too good, man. Even when he took rounds off versus Tito Trinidad, to be honest, I still think that Oscar De La Hoya beat Tito Trinidad, even taking rounds off. Even with taking rounds off, I still think that Oscar De La Hoya beat Tito Trinidad. Even it was for me, it was a close fight, even when Oscar De La Hoya fought Floyd Mayweather, and he was really not even in his prime. I don't think that Bud Crawford will put the type of pressure that Shane Mosley did. See, I could see it'll be a good fight. We've seen Ike Cortez and Oscar De La Hoya. We've seen Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya. So I think it's going to be a good fight. But I still got Oscar De La Hoya in his prime. I still got it. Oscar De La Hoya knew how to use that jab, knew how to lead with the left hook, through some combination. And Oscar De La Hoya got one of the best things. He got a chin. Bro. So he was so for real. Anybody go life and death for Oscar De La Hoya. Ain't nobody beating on Oscar De La Hoya that easy. And the only reason he lost the way he lost versus Bernard Hopkins and Manny Pacquiao is because he was way out of his prime. I got Oscar De La Hoya on that one. Boricua, la bandera de Puerto Rico. But let me debunk this quick, all right? So in the YTBC, there's a couple of people that's trying to argue that Canelo Alvarez wanted a catchweight with Makabu. Remember when they petitioned for Makabu? Yes, no Punch. No, it was no catchweight, Punch. Who is saying that? Who's saying that in the Twitter? I did not say I want a catchweight versus Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez did not say he wanted the catchweight with me. It was supposed to be strictly cruiserweight and whatever weight he wanted to be over the 180-pound limit. People on Twitter telling me, yo, punch, you don't know what you're talking about. I said that the reason why Badou Jack asked for a fight with Canelo Alvarez is because he noticed that a couple of fights ago, the Eddie Reynoso Team Canelo petitioned for Makabu to fight for cruiserweight so he could have an opportunity to get a crack at a 5-division world champion status. And now, because Badou Jack said he doesn't want to fight Canelo Alvarez because they said they want to fight him at 180 and stuff like that. When the catch weight move 20 pounds down, he's saying nah. And then a lot of people now saying, but it was Badou Jack that asked for the fight. It wasn't not Canelo. Well, you expect a guy that Canelo Alvarez to go to 200 pounds and shit like that? No. The reason why Badou Jack wanted that fight is because he noticed that Canelo Alvarez was willing to fight for a cruiserweight title without a catchweight. But now, Badou Jack is saying, but y'all want a catchweight? But y'all wasn't trying to give Makabu a catchweight? So there's people out there that's saying that, no, Canelo Alvarez, it was a catchweight. And Punch Run Boxing, a.k.a. Punch Run Boxing, a.k.a. La Doble, el Sazón, el Borracho, el Pastor de Boxeo, said, no. The fight with Makabu was never going to have a catchweight. Do y'all agree with Punch Run Boxing? Or am I lying? Do you believe that Canelo Alvarez wanted a catchweight with Makabu? Do you believe that? Or do you believe, Ponte Dronki, that Canelo Alvarez never said that he wanted a catchweight with Makabu? Or Eddie Reynoso never said that he wanted a catchweight with Makabu? Do you believe them? Or do you believe Ponte Dronki? Do you believe those channels? Or do you believe Ponte Dronki? Or do you believe it's people on the Twitter? Or you believe Ponte Dronki boxing? A lot of people saying no, Canelo Alvarez wanted a catchweight with Makabu to justify that Badou Jack should have known that Canelo Alvarez was keeping the same energy. And I said, no, Canelo Alvarez was not keeping the same energy. He was willing to fight Makabu out whatever. If he comes at 180, he was not trying to make Makabu come to 180 pounds. Canelo Alvarez never said that. What do y'all think, folks? Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? Sanchez said agree. I said punch. Y'all agree with me? Or y'all agree with them? I'm on Twitter. Let me see if somebody else is trying to debunk me on Twitter. They was trying to debunk me on Twitter, but I don't see nobody really trying to debunk me now. Let me see. If no, nobody here. Danny Medina said, El Pastor de Boxeo. But have y'all heard it? I don't know if y'all flip-flopping around in the YTBC streets or on Twitter. Did y'all hear your probably potential favorite channels and stuff like that saying that the Canelo Alvarez wanted to fight Makabu in the catchweight? Did you hear that before? Did y'all hear that? Help me out. Because I want to debunk that. I just want to know if y'all saying that Canelo Alvarez wanted a catchweight with Makabu, if y'all wanted a catchweight with Makabu, then I don't have to even debunk it, right? But I know it's out there. Well, let me debunk it right quick anyway. I want to educate the people before y'all get misled. And this is not about belittling another channel or belittling nobody else. This is about informing, giving people the facts so nobody could get hook-winked out there. All right? Let's go by what Badou Jack said. Let's go about again what Badou Jack said. Badou Jack said, I won't be fighting Canelo next. They said the weight differences is too much. They wanted to drain the old man and fight me 20 pounds under the cruiserweight limit for the title, plus a rehydration clause. Canelo, let's give the fans what they want to see and fight David Benavidez. There's people out there that say, no, Badou Jack is long. Badou Jack, how you expect Canelo Alvarez to do this? How you expect Canelo Alvarez to do that? How you expect, no. But Canelo Alvarez was willing to fight Makabu when they petitioned for Makabu in the cruiserweight. Canelo Alvarez was willing to fight Makabu in whatever weight that he wanted. Canelo Alvarez just stated that he will be going up to 180 and probably can't pass 180 because he can't make 200 pounds. That's all he said. He never said, I wanted to fight Makabu on the catchweight. Never. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let me preach, because I don't want people out there to get punched. You know I'm trying that. Almighty, don't like nobody with a $5 super chat. Said Shakur Stevenson said he would have smoked a prime Manny Pacquiao. The Manny that beat Cotto dog walks Shakur. Ooh, that Manny Pacquiao when he was on that grind, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Shakur Stevenson a whole different type of animal though, but Manny Pacquiao was a whole type of different beast, and that's what I'm saying. We're comparing great fighters though. We're comparing cemented great fighters, and it's just unfair. Almighty, it's unfair to even compare it. It's unfair to even compare it. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out with a super chat, but I'm going to say Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? So let me debunk this right quick. This is Makabu. Yes, I accept the fights when I get his news from manager and the WBC president. I say, wow, this is something good. Canelo is the best boxer in the planet right now. So I want to fight the best, and I accept. But there will be no catch weight for this fight, Makabu said. Makabu already stated that was not going to be a catch weight. Makabu stated, but we're going to see what Canelo Alvarez stated. So a lot of people was trying to hit me up and say, yo, but look at this article, Punch Drunk. It said that Canelo Alvarez is not willing to fight, is willing to fight on the catch weight versus Makabu. And I said, man, Canelo Alvarez did not say that. You're reading an article from somebody else's opinion, but hear it from Canelo Alvarez himself. Now, let me tell you what people did say to try to debunk me in that. Hold on. Check this out. Canelo Alvarez catchweight. They forwarded me this article and says, Canelo Alvarez looking to make Makabu bout at 180 catchweight. That's not what Canelo Alvarez said. They forwarded me this to justify what I'm saying. That's what not Canelo Alvarez said, and I'm going to prove it what Canelo Alvarez actually said. Then on the zone, Canelo Alvarez stated, I am happy to keep making history, to keep looking for challenges. This is the zone, and I'm going to debunk it right quick. I am very happy to keep on making history, to keep looking for challenges. It's a dangerous challenge, but I love that kind of challenge, Alvarez said. A year ago, I said no cruiserweight, and here we are. So I don't think so to reach heavyweight. But with Eddie, I don't know. Sometimes I don't think so. It's not possibility. My body is not up to it. He was talking about the heavyweight division. But right here, he said, look, this is where people got it wrong. This article is not accurate. It said, for many people, there are limits. But for me, I want to thank Makabu for the opportunity to fight for the title and to continue the making history, to put one more star in my career. But I can't reach 200, maybe 180. That will be fine. Who in the 11 months defeated all the 168-pound champions, and who is now analyzing his future. See, that's what Canelo Alvarez actually said. Canelo Alvarez said that I will go to 180 pounds. He didn't say that he's going to make Makabu and make it a catchweight. He said, I could only go up 180 pounds. Let me read it right here. Eddie Reynoso stated that there's not going to be a catchweight. Reynoso states that there won't be any weight restriction placed on Makabu. These are the facts that people don't want to listen to. No, but we will see how the negotiations play out. The important thing is that we have the fight. We'll begin negotiating with his people, and we will see what happens. According to Reynoso, the cruiserweight limit is not going to be a problem because Canelo walks around at the cruiserweight limit. Canelo waits 2 months before a fight. It's at a weight where he can adapt to cruiserweight. So we just have to train hard. It has to be a great period of preparation, and we will come in strong for the fight, Reynoso stated. Why? So again, I debunk the narrative of saying that Canelo Alvarez wanted a catchweight with Makabu. I could keep on going further. Let's go right here. Alvarez, who has immense titles at 154, 160, 168, and 175, noted, however, that he is more than willing to take on any challenges his trainer comes with, however ambitious they may be. Like I always say, if Eddie says something or he tries to do something crazy, I'm always in. So you got to understand that Canelo Alvarez is always going to do what Eddie Reynoso says. I'm always in. I'm his warrior. He called me after the announcement and I said, okay, whatever you want. I never thought about cruiserweight. Eddie always is thinking about things, but I never thought about it. So if Eddie Reynoso says they're going to put restrictions on Makabu, and Canelo Alvarez says, I do whatever Eddie Reynoso tells me to do, then Canelo Alvarez was going to fight Makabu without a catchweight. Do you understand? Like I always say, if Eddie says something or he tries to do something crazy, I'm always in. I'm his warrior. He called me after that and I said, okay, whatever you want. I never thought, Eddie always thinking about things, but I never thought about it. He called me after and I said, okay, whatever you want. What the Eddie Reynoso stated about a catchweight, asked by Fight Hub, shout out to Fight Hub and stuff like that.
Will there be a catchweight or will you...
Vamos a ver qué es lo que vamos a negociar. Lo importante es que tenemos la pelea ahí y ya vamos a empezar a negociar con el promotor del campeón y vamos a ver qué podemos hacer ahí.
Have you...
Eddie Reynoso said? Ladies and gentlemen, what did Eddie Reynoso said? What did Eddie Reynoso say? Let's play it again.
Will there be a catchweight or will you...
Vamos a ver qué es lo que vamos a negociar. Lo importante es que tenemos la pelea ahí y ya vamos a empezar a negociar con el promotor del campeón y vamos a ver qué podemos hacer ahí.
Have you...
No, there won't be a catchweight. Eddie Reynoso said it won't be a catchweight, and listen to what Canelo Alvarez said, that it wasn't really accurate with the other publications that wrote about catchweights. Canelo Alvarez never mentioned.
Will you be at 200 pounds for the fight?
No, I can't.
You can't.
Maybe 180, around that. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Alvarez was okay. He can make 180. He's not going to go all the way up to 200 because his body won't let him go to 200. But he's okay with that. Canelo Alvarez versus Makabu was never going to be in a catchweight. This is the reason why Badu Jack looks like Canelo Alvarez is threatened. His team is threatened by Badu Jack. Because you was not going to fight Makabu on a catchweight. But when it comes to Badu Jack, who is a more proven fighter, a more proven champion, which is a 3-division world champion, he wanted to drain a Badu Jack, in which he was not willing to drain a Makabu. He was okay with that with Makabu, but not okay with Badu Jack. The reason why Badu Jack asked for the fight in the first place is because Canelo Alvarez petitioned to fight a cruiserweight champion, which is a WBC champion around that time, in Makabu, in which Badu Jack beat Makabu. If Canelo Alvarez team would have never petitioned for the WBC cruiserweight championship belt, then Badu Jack would have never had it in his mind to even ask Canelo Alvarez for a fight. Did you get it? Randy con la bandera de República Dominicana. La música de Randy. Randy. Hey. Randy, ¿qué lo que? Randy, ¿qué lo que? Randy. DJ Camelo, Alex 6, apágame la música, Young. Dímelo, Randy. Sánchez con la música. ¿Te gusta la música? Ramirez versus Beterbiev. I think it's Callum Smith versus Beterbiev, right? So there it goes. That was a quick debunk. That was a quick debunk for the people right there, man. That was a quick debunk. Hold on, let me get this. Oh, damn. What happened? Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't cop the merch, cop the new merch right now. If you want to help the channel. God first, everything second. Y'all already know the slogan. God first, everything second. Cop the shirt, cop the cap, cop the mug. If you drink coffee in the morning and stuff like that. If you want to wear a nice shirt, you know what I'm saying? You want to wear a nice cap, cop the merch, Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing. That a lot of people may not be talking about it right now, but it's gonna happen in the same week as the premier fight that the fight fans want to see in Earl the True Spence versus Bud Crawford. But this fight is going to be on the same week. It's going to be an epic week in the sport of boxing, y'all. An epic week. Stephen Fulton, the unified champion versus Naoya Inoue. Pound for pound, 1, 2, 3. You can flip it around. Naoya Inoue, the 3-division world champion, bantamweight, undisputed, moving up and daring it to be great to fight Stephen Fulton, the man up there with the both belts. There's going to be an incredible fight, an incredible war. I seen Stephen Fulton fight and outbox a dude from the outside like Brandon Figueroa, and I see him fight on the inside for 12 rounds versus Angelo Leo. So it's going to be a tough fight. We've seen Stephen Fulton adjust to do 2 different styles. We've seen Inoue be a dangerous fighter. I think it's a toss up right now. It's a toss up. Is it toss-up? I think it levels out everything well. You know, Stephen Fulton is not known for power, but Inoue, I think his power is going to carry up. And if he beats Stephen Fulton, bro, because I already think that he's already a Hall of Famer. I don't know if he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but Naoya Inoue being Stephen Fulton, he's going to be on the pound for pound list for a long time. If Naoya Inoue beats Stephen Fulton, 4-division world champion, unified, undisputed, this will be a big, big win. Big, big win, man. I think it will be a big win for Stephen Fulton as well. It will be a bigger win for Inoue because the accolades that he already have on his record. But this will be a good fight right here. This will be a good fight. Hold on, give me a second. That's going to be a good fight, y'all. That's a good fight, man. And it's a hard one to pick. It's a hard one to pick. It's going to be an incredible week. It's going to be an incredible week. A highly incredible week. A highly incredible week. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me take this picture out. July is gonna be lit. The welterweight division is gonna be lit as well. You know, you got the top, you got the top 4 guys fighting in the same month. You got the phenoms fighting in the same day. You got Virgil Ortiz versus Stanionis. I think that's one of the hardest. That's one of the big fights. I'm gonna say 5, the top 5. If you take out Keith Thurman, he's been inactive, but the top 5 right now, maybe your Dennis Ugas is inactive as well. So you could put up, you could honestly say that the 5 top welterweights are fighting on July. In July, you got Earl True Spence versus Bill Crawford, as we all know. We got Virgil Ortiz versus Stanionis. Stanionis is underrated in my opinion. And you got Boots Ennis is gonna be fighting Villa who beat Rashidi Ellis. So he's coming off a great win. Villa. Boots Ennis is not coming coming into this fight with a special victory. A lot of people feel like he was some exposed. I don't think so. I just think that the other guy was not willing to really commit, but he did a hell of a job. I don't think that he was fighting like Sando Martin. I did think that he landed some better shots. I think he was boxing more than a Sando Martin. Sando Martin didn't want to commit on anything, but I think that Boots Ennis learned from that fight. I spoke to Boozy Ennis after the fight, and he said that I liked that fight. That was my favorite. I think that he said my son needed that fight because we could go back to the drawing board and tweak a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? July 8th is gonna be a hell of a day. You know what I'm saying? The whole July, man, boxing has taken over. I think this is the best year for boxing. 2023 has been the best year for boxing. There's gonna be a lot of people that there shouldn't be an unhappy boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? If we nitpicking, we probably gonna be nitpicking. People be like, "Oh, yo, but Canelo Alvarez is fighting this one." Canelo Alvarez, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Canelo Alvarez has done enough to the point where I don't get too frustrated with Canelo Alvarez. I think the reason why people get frustrated with Canelo Alvarez is because we expect more of Canelo Alvarez than any other of the fighters that we try to attach him to. Canelo Alvarez has been delivering for us, not the other guys. So we don't expect anything. Think about it. I want to see Jamal Charlo, but we don't expect nothing from Jamal Charlo. I want to see Demetrius Andre, one of my favorite fighters. But how much do the boxing fans expect what he's going to do next? What can we expect from Caleb Plant? We understand that David Benavidez for Caleb Plant, and we're going to they got probably David Morrell, but we got so used to in Canelo Alvarez voiding the frustration of the boxing fans that now we expect too much from Canelo Alvarez. And the good thing about it is that everybody now is putting in some work. Teofimo Lopez has been putting in work ever since the Richard Comey and Lomachenko, and that's why I call him the captain of the generation, the commander-in-chief of this young generation, the young GOAT. But even now, Devin Haney stepped up. Bam Rodriguez stepped up. Shakur Stevenson has stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Finally, in the welterweight division, both of these guys have stepped up, and Bud Crawford and Earl the True Spence. The Alexander Usyk step up. Inoue is stepping up. Everybody, the women in the sport of boxing is doing a hell of a job. I think that the women really I think if anything, the women has been more consistent than the men. Amanda Serrano, Clarissa Shields, Alicia Baumgartner. You know what I'm saying? Legacy fights after legacy fights after legacy fights. Katie Taylor, legacy fights. Even with that fight with Chantel Cameron, shout out to Chantel Cameron. The ladies are putting in the work. This is the best year in the sport of boxing, and we're not even halfway yet. We don't even know what's going to happen in the heavyweight division, but we're having rumors that Deontay Wilder going to be facing Andy Ruiz. That's going to be a good fight. We wanted to see Bivol versus Beterbiev, the WBC, and I think the WBC has been getting the pass because I think the WBC is blatantly, publicly, on the outs, discriminating against Russian fighters. Can you imagine if it was the same way for a Dominican, for a Mexican, for a Cuban, for Asian, or anything like that? They're really discriminating over a Russian fighter because of Putin. You not being fair. I'm sorry, but Beterbiev, I would drop the WBC belt, but I understand that he wants to become undisputed and probably things work out. But that's a slap in the face to Bivol and Beterbiev. They're really discriminating against Bivol and Beterbiev, and nobody's holding the WBC accountable for that. Nobody is holding nobody is holding the WBC accountable for that. Let me see what a poll at. When a fighter loses, do you believe in the myth that you are as good as your last fight? 80% believes in the myth. Wow, I'm part of the 20. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I don't believe in it. No, I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I was looking at it wrong. But yeah, no, I don't. Good. 80%. 20% believe yes. 20% feels yes. They believe in the myth. I think I've given enough examples that it is a myth. It is a myth. Hold on. It's very light today. It's very light work today. 64 likes, 64 tuning in. Hold on. Nobody participating too much on the chat. But yeah, man. Look again. 140-pound division is one of the best divisions in the sport of boxing. The 147 is waking back up. The 154-pound division. We want to see Tim Zhu with a good outing. Now it feels like he's looking more dangerous for a Jermell Charlo, right? Jermell Charlo hasn't been in the ring for quite some time. And I think that Jermell Charlo is actually taking a risk to fight Tim Zhu. He can actually move up to the 160. I think the 160 needs some momentum. I think it's up for grabs. I do think that if I was Jermell Charlo, I do go to the 160 pounds. Maybe he's waiting on the winner of Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, and probably, you know what I'm saying, the champion could align themselves to fight if Bud Crawford beats Earl the True Spence, he could go up there and get a chance to become a three division undisputed world champion if he fights Jermell Charlo after the win. So maybe Jermell Charlo and his team is probably stalling the Tim Zhu fight. Maybe. Say sa. Good looking out with a super sticker. Good old peso. Good looking out. Appreciate you. You think T.O. coming back? Yes, I believe that T.O. is going to be coming back. I think Teofimo Lopez is been frustrated with the boxing. Like I say, like this, it's up to T.O., but I think that Teofimo Lopez is going to be back. I don't know if T.O.'s for me. I think Teofimo Lopez already secure a Hall of Fame. He secured a Hall of Fame status, but I think that Teofimo Lopez have dedicated his life to this game and to the boxing world, and I think that he could do more while he's in the game than actually out. I think that Teofimo Lopez got the right state of mind. I think Teofimo Lopez, his heart is in the right place and his mind is in the right place concerning what's going on in the sport of boxing, the politics and the corruption that he feels that needs to be fixed. But I also feel when you're making these type of movement and decision, you got to have that type of power. And I don't think that Teofimo Lopez at this point has the type of power to garner the following and the support, like if it was like a Kanye West in the music industry, or you know how Jim Brown was in sports back in the days. I think that Teofimo Lopez, if he keeps on going, 2 more wins like this, a win like this, or 2 more wins like this, he's gonna have so much power, so much backing. And I think he sends a wave but for right now, he got his heart in the right place. We understand in boxing there's a lot of politics and a lot of corruption, but also is Teofimo Lopez the big enough star So when he says something, most of the people feel like, let's stand beside Teofimo Lopez. And I still, right now, I think that people still don't know where Teofimo Lopez is at in terms of, I think he's still being misunderstood. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people's not following suit to his demands, what he's actually saying. And I hope, and guys like that, you know what I'm saying? When people pass away young, that's when they fully understand. That's when they fully understand Tupac. That's when they fully understand, leaders and stuff like that. I think that Teofimo Lopez is a leader, but I think he's still being misunderstood, in my opinion. I understand him, but I think for the most part, I think he's still being misunderstood. I think that I think he should have a better person to negotiate his deals. I think you gotta fix your house to see everything else. And I think if Devin Haney is getting paid and a Shakur Stevenson is getting paid and all these fighters are getting paid, you really gotta look at it and how are they getting paid and how they getting paid as much as you or more than you. You can't blame too much of the market. You got to look at who's negotiating your deals. So I would say, you know what I'm saying? He probably needs to get somebody to negotiate these type of deals in which he doesn't feel like he's getting snubbed. He doesn't feel like he's being undervalued, because in business, sometimes you are what you negotiate. Think about it. Not everybody's just going to give you the money if you don't fight for the money, or if they don't think that you business savvy, they're going to take advantage of you. Yo, I'm going to tell you like this. People take advantage of each other over a bottle of water. We know that a bottle of water is like 50 cents or could be free. But guess what? When you go to a club, you could go look in a deli, you buy a water for $1. You go to a club, you buy that same water bottle for $5. You know you're getting jerked. You know you're being gypped. But what? You're going to negotiate the water in the club? Albert, yo, Punch, you should be T.O.'s manager, Punch, Run Promotion Company. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm available. I got a lot of plans, bro. Hey, yo, if I was in the driver's seat, man, I hope so, man. But you know what? I will always give my opinions to T.O. if he's needed or if he wants it. Sometimes it depends on people wanting to accept an opinion or people respect the opinions or something like that. But I think there's a respect level from Teofimo Lopez and myself, But also when you in that type of industry, everybody is trying to give their opinions, and then it gets to the point where it gets overwhelming, and then a person like maybe like a T.O., somebody else, they would just shut down because everybody is giving their opinions. Everybody's trying to come up with a plan. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on the genuine opinions that he want to take. You know what I'm saying? I'm always wanting to help out my brother T.O. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I see and whatever I feel, I'll pass on the information. Then it's up to them to if they want to respect it, they want to acknowledge it or so. Sanchez said, to be honest, I just think Lopez need a better manager, and I knew this from the beginning. His manager might be making more than him. I think, look, I'm gonna say it like this, man. Fighters come and go. If it's not Teofimo Lopez, his manager gonna be managing other fighters. I think that you know what I'm saying. If he's unhappy with his pay, it's up to this point. Like, how are they doing negotiating a deal? Now, look, that Triller situation, I give credit to David McWaters, even though that it didn't fall through. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Triller did a bad job. They should have fought that weekend with Floyd Mayweather was going to be fighting that Sunday. They should have kept going with that. I think they dropped the ball on that one, in my opinion. Look, I think that a lot of is the spur of the moment. A lot of people, look, even in the last 2 weeks, there's the company that's going to be like, oh, I don't know, the tickets ain't selling. I don't know how this is going to go. Everything is about spurring the moment. You know what I'm saying? In the last 3 days, that's when everybody gets, you know what I'm saying, interested over something. That's why they buy tickets. Everybody want instant gratification. And nowadays, business is like that. You know what I'm saying? Business is moving, it's changing, So that's what I feel. But look, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man, tomorrow's gonna be another day, another live, another video, another day of boxing. Edgar Berlanga preparing himself to fight Jason Quigley. We're gonna see how of course, I think a lot of people are gonna be gauging this fight with the Demetrius Andre and Jason Quigley fight. There's people that be like, oh, yo, Demetrius Andre don't got no power. Let's see if Edgar Berlanga stops Jason Quigley in the first round. Or, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Jason Quigley, you know, he knows how to box. But he got in there with Demetrius Andre, who's a superior boxer. Let's see what Edgar Berlanga gonna be doing. He said, how long has Teal has his manager punch? I'm not sure. I'll ask him though. I'm not sure where's his contract with, how long is his contract with the manager, but probably I'll ask him and give y'all feedback on that. But yo, have a blessed day, each and every one of y'all. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.